Well, greetings, beloveds watching later online. I'm Reverend Mitzi, and I am so glad that you are watching. And welcome to Unity of Tempe, and I do hope that you'll choose to come and be with us in person very soon. Now, it has been an extremely heavy week in the US with the apocalyptic fires in the greater LA area. And we acknowledged this earlier in service, but I want you to know, who are watching later, that our prayers, our love and compassion are with all impacted, those who have lost loved ones, homes, businesses, with all the animals, and with all the fighters and all the officials that are working tirelessly to put these fires out. So let's take a deep breath and exhale. One more time. And this time we're going to inhale love and exhale love. Inhale love and exhale love. Beautiful. So today we are continuing our Reveal Your Path for 2025 series. And last week we took important steps in setting the foundation for this. And if you missed it last week, you can catch it online on our YouTube channel. So my goal with this series, in addition to creating space for us to set our goals, to set our intentions, is to discover and teach how we can flow with those goals that we set instead of against them. Because sometimes we set them and then we go the opposite way. We don't flow with them. So my New Year's resolution is to stop procrastinating. But I'm going to start that tomorrow. Actually, I was going to quit all my bad habits for the new year. Then I remembered nobody likes a quitter. But seriously, it is really important to have goals, no matter what age we are, whether we are 7 years old or whether we are 107 years old. Because as Frank Lebach said, we grow to the stature of our goals. And without a goal to keep us trying, our souls atrophy like unused muscles. And we know how those unused muscles look. We don't want our souls to look like that. January, of course, it's a great time to dream big and to make big goals and to set our intentions. And it's also a really good time to review the goals that we set the previous year, and to take note of which ones manifested and which ones have not been achieved yet. And it's also a good time to ask ourselves some questions on the goals that have not manifested yet. Questions like, were those goals what we really wanted? Did you really want it? Were they realistic? Were they specific? Were we in doubt about their ability to manifest? Did we put ongoing energy into them, or did other things take precedence? And this isn't about berating ourselves, but about getting clear on why some goals may not have manifested yet. Some goals, of course, are long-term and require more time and patience. And sometimes our priorities change, sometimes life happens, sometimes something throws us a curveball and we're like, yeah, can't do it today. And that's okay. But it's important to know what is still important to us in what we set last year. So this morning we're going to explore how our brain acts upon goals we set. We're going to write down some of our goals, and we're going to look at tools to support their manifestation. Earl Nightingale said, and this is really good, people with goals succeed because they know where they are going. Because life is a series of goals, and some of those are short-term, some are long-term, some major, some minor. And whether you realize it or not, you are a daily goal setter. Yes, you are. Think about it. You got up today. You made your coffee or your drink of choice, your tea, whatever it is that you drink in the morning. For Sandra, it's probably a huge, enormous thing of water because she's so healthy. But you set out, you took a shower, perhaps you took one a few days ago. Maybe you took a shower, but you had a goal, and your ultimate goal, it's cold, right? And your ultimate goal was to get here. And you did it. Look at you, you're here. Give yourself a pat on the back. So you see, you're always setting goals. And one of the principles of goal setting is, let's say it together, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So it's conceive, believe, and achieve, receive. So where are goals set? And don't say Unity of Tempe. Where are goals set for you? Absolutely. If I had a he said, in the mind. Yes, all the goals are set in our mind. And our conscious mind chooses our goals. And then our subconscious mind accepts the choice as the direction and is guided by the level of feeling, desire, and acceptance that we have for those goals. So our responsibility is to choose that destination. And others can help us, but they can't do it for us. It's our job alone. It's our job to choose where we're going. You have the power to choose. Say with me, I have the power to choose. I have the power to choose. And sometimes, there's so many choices that we could go here, we could go there. It's like walking down the cereal aisle in the grocery store. Like, we're overwhelmed by the choices of what we could do. But God within you knows what is right for you and inspires you in making the right choices for your life and setting the right goals. And every time you set and make a choice, you set the power of the universe in motion every single time. And that choice becomes a direction to your subconscious mind, which carries out the orders you give it. I'm going to Unity of Tempe today. And look, you did it. Yes. Choose what you really want and align your thoughts carefully, as this is really important. Every single thought is a seed planted in the creative medium of life. Every single thought. I've been sad this week. I'm just going to go off a little bit here. And I was planting seeds of sadness. And I had compassion and sadness. And now it's like I need to, as Dennis gave me this beautiful wand, scepter. See, I still have trouble. Scepter, specter. But he gave me this beautiful scepter for, he said, have you been using it? And it was like, I'm using it right now on myself. Because we don't want to get stuck in those feelings. We acknowledge them, we feel them, and then we go on. And I love this from Psalm 5:3. In the morning, Lord, you hear my voice. I lay my request before you and wait expectantly. Today, we're manifesting and experiencing the results of our past choices. Right? Yeah. Of our past choices. And tomorrow depends upon the choices that we choose today. Every single decision that we make in life is a choice. And so the more we choose to envision the successful outcome of our goals, the greater the environment becomes, the more fertile it becomes for manifestation. So can we have more than one goal in an area at the same time? Yes, of course we can. They just can't be in conflict with each other. And I know they share this idea every year, but here's a really good example. We can't be single and married at the same time. Some people try to do that and it does not work out. And a lot of people say, I want my loving mate to appear in my life, but yet they've become very, very, very attached to their own way of doing things and their own way of living. And so there's no space to invite someone into their life. So one of the most important things in goal setting is to what? What? Be clear. What's another most important thing? Number one most important thing is to, I say this every year. What? Know what you want, but write them down. We have to write down our goals. Because if we just got them stored all up here, that's where they're going to stay. We got to start by putting them down. And the left and the right hemispheres of our brains work together when we do this. Because when we conceive of our goals, we activate the imaginative right side of our brain. And when we write them down, we activate the logical left side of our brain. Where are my right brain people, our imaginative creators here? Where are our left brain logical ones? Wonderful, both. And when we do that, we activate both of them and get a full resource state. And it says we're serious about our goals. So writing down your goals in all areas of your life can take some time. And Ron and I spent quite a bit of time, a few hours this week, doing it together. We're like our couple goals, our goals in life, and wrote down a lot of things, and we're not even finished yet. But we came up with quite a few. And so I'm affirming that now Spirit has revealed to you your word for the year. Anyone not got their word for the year? Let me do that a different way. Who has their word for the year so far? Okay. Few people still looking for it, still waiting for it to come in. You know, I was with Joy, and I'm kind of resisting it for some reason. And then I got up here today, and I have one extra joy. Remember, I gave away the joy earlier this year. So interesting. But we have to dream those big goals. Dream lofty dreams. And as you dream, you shall become. Love that little kitty dreaming. So I'm going to invite you to think about these specific goals. And you might start with home. You can start anywhere. And think about relationships, career, job, vocation. You could have retirement if that's your health and fitness, spirituality, finances, hobbies, recreation, home. Think about goals in those areas. Let Spirit guide you. And begin to write down some things that are important to you in this area and see if also your word for the year fits in with these. So we're going to have some meditation music and create the space for you to begin writing. Take a minute or so more, and then know that you can finish these up at home. I love that so many of you are still writing, and I do hope that you do continue this. It's just to create the space to get us started. These, if you're really doing them, you know, every year, they do take a while. Corey, who's back in Puerto Rico now, he takes an entire day to do his. So I do encourage you to spend more time later this afternoon, grab a cup of tea or your favorite bevy and sit down, put some nice meditative music on and finish these up. If you need to know the categories, do that. If there's other categories that aren't on here, like I have one that's travel, and add them onto your list. This is just to get you going. So now it's time to visualize those goals as complete and feel as though they are already accomplished. So let's take a moment. Whatever you wrote down, you're going to feel like it's already done. Oh yes, I'm having fabulous adventures traveling. Oh, how fun. So here it is. Proverbs 16:3 tells us, let's read this together. Commit to God whatever you do, and your plans will succeed. So take time to truly feel the gratitude that you feel as you align with these goals, and the feelings that you have as these goals are accomplished. And then give thanks for the action steps that guide you to manifest these goals. Because it's one thing to write them down, but most goals have some action steps that are attached to them. We have to pray into those action steps. And then you stop thinking about them. Well, what does that mean? Do we never think about them again? No, we think about them as already done, because when we think about them as already done, it guides us, reverse engineers the steps that we need to take to have them accomplished. Norman Vincent Peale said, formulate and stamp indelibly on your mind a mental picture of yourself as succeeding. Take a moment to do that right now. See yourself succeeding in all those goals. Hold this picture tenaciously. Never permit it to fade. Your mind will seek to develop the picture. I love that. So, and when you do this, it releases your goals to the creative process of mind and spirit. Will guide you in figuring out the steps to be followed. And your job is just to listen and put one foot in front of the other. So keep watering yourself with, let's say them together, good thoughts, good people, patience, empathy, healing, hope, an open mind, kind words, self-belief, acceptance, and love. Now, I know there's some who want to take a picture of that and go do it, because that's what we want to keep watering ourselves with. Not, I can't do it, I'm not good enough. We want to water ourselves with these things. And so next week, we will spend time inviting Spirit to reveal some of those action steps for manifesting those goals, and also some tools to stay on task. Because how many have ever had a goal and then by February you don't even remember what it was? Yeah. We don't want to put those goals on the bookshelf. We don't want to put those intentions on the bookshelf. We want to reveal them. Yes, Ron?
So I had this realization while I was doing this that some of my so-called goals were really tasks. So there are things that you need to do. You know you need to do them, but you don't necessarily want to. There's that energy. It's going to take all this time. So that just made me think, in a bigger sense about the goal, something that pulls me forward rather than, so it's taking something like clean your office. Reframing that to, I would like a nice, orderly office where I can find everything I want easily at my fingertips. Just a little bit. That's right.
A wonderfully clean office.
I have a wonderfully clean office that is perfect for me and effortlessly easy for me to work in. Yes. Okay.
Perfect.
I already have it.
That is wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Ron. Let's give Ron a clap for that. Yeah, thank you, Ron. And you know, it's so funny because I was thinking, we're going to run a little over today. Is that okay with everyone? Okay. I was thinking as we drove in today that if when we align with that word for the year and put that in the goals, like I've been resisting this word joy, but the joy of this particular thing happening. So perhaps for you, the health. I know someone here has the word health. The health of a particular thing. Someone has the word peace here. The peace of how I feel with this. Tell me another word.
Abundance.
The abundance that I feel. Yes. The connection that I feel. And the freedom. Yes. And one other thing that someone was sharing with me, they have a couple of words and they're like, I'm not sure which one to release. Maybe this year you create a mantra. Like on our prayer call, and I think this will be okay to share, even though I say we never share anything. One person had, well, actually, I'm going to ask, would it be okay if we shared the mantra that you came up with? Yes, and remind me of it.
Go forth confident.
Go is Dennis's word. That's his word, but he came up with the mantra, go forth confidently. So maybe there's a mantra that's attached to your word. So next week, we're going to supercharge these goals, and we're going to look at some specific things to keep us on track and reveal the action steps with the end in mind, with the desired feeling, how happy and joyful we are now that we have achieved this particular goal. We're so happy and joyful, so we will be doing that. So here's the thing. And this is more like a workshop than a message right now. But anyways, here's the thing. And I used to do a lot of this. But here's the thing. We think about all of the wonderful things that we desire to do with those increased finances and get into a space of gratitude with them. And if saying I already have it doesn't work for you, you work to where it does work for you. Someone might say, I am already vibrant life and health, and I am letting my body catch up with that knowing. And so it might be in the finances where I accept all the abundance of the universe and I'm letting my mind catch up to that. All right, we're going to move on, and we're going to do this song, even though it'll about 3 minutes, because I think it's important to remember how valued we are and to believe in ourselves.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your ability. You're capable of anything. You can achieve any dream. Please don't limit yourself. Don't live your life limited. It's not all sadness and misery. Life's a challenge, but you will succeed. Take control of how you feel in every circumstance. Work on yourself daily. Your story's far from done. The best is yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you. Whoa, whoa. yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you.
To achieve, you must. To achieve, you must. To achieve, I must. Let's say that, make it personal together. To achieve, I must. To achieve, I must believe. To achieve, I must believe. Yes, indeed. I am, let's say it together, I am a beloved child of God, here to be an ambassador of good. And let us say our affirmation for our giving. And who is helping with the giving today? Someone is. Yes. I am a joyful sharer of my good. I remember that as I give, I receive, and that God is my source. Yes, thank you. Sandra, if you could help today, that would be brilliant. And Deborah's standing up to help. Thank you so much. So we know that as we give, we do receive. We remember this, that we are divinely blessed. We think of those who have so much less than us. Sometimes we wonder if we have enough, and yet we know that we have an abundance even within us. And we are grateful, grateful, grateful. Thank you, Divine Spirit, for all these gifts. It does help us sustain our community, unity of Tempe, our beloved community, which is actually going to be ever more important in the coming year. Yes, thank you, God. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Sandra. We are blessed by every single gift and all of the prayers in the prayer box. Thank you, thank you. We bless the giver and the receiver and the stewardship of its use. Food collection, anytime, January 26th. If you have food insecurity, want to know more about it, see Reverend Kent. Unity Walk coming up for those of us who love to do this. Some of us did it last year. And I might say that there are often fabulous pastries that are there, that are free, given out to the walkers. So we love that. This is a lot of fun. And also, Tempe Blooms is on the same day again. So that is fabulous. Megan, Ron, and I, and Joe, and MGM. And you can't go this year. Well, anyone who wants to join us, and yes, free t-shirts, and it's not unity as in Unity Church. It's unity as in unity of the community, unity of the surrounding cities. Next week, be here for this conclusion, probably the conclusion of this series, but it's really important because we want to continue manifesting. Let's say together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. All is well, and we are grateful. Yes, indeed. Beloveds online, we hope you join us in person very soon. Have a peace-filled week.